Hello. Can I start, madam? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. Good morning, students. How are you all? I think all are fine. I am Sushila Ghuge from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar School, Worli. Okay. Welcome you all in our science session. Okay, students. Last time we have started our science lesson. We will tell me name of that lesson. Can you tell me name of our
How
science?
seasons occur, part 2.
No, science. What I taught to you. It is effects of light. Yes, we already started our science 17th lesson, that is effects of light. We will do quick recap of that points. Okay. That time we have learned scattering of light. So what is scattering of light? When rays of light hit the extremely small particles present in the atmosphere, the particles deflect the light in all directions. It is called scattering of light. Second point is sky appears blue because the blue color in the sunlight is scattered the most and therefore the sky appears blue. Next point we have learned sun appears red at the time of sunrise and sunset. At sunset or sunrise, the light reaching us travels a greater distance through atmosphere. Due to greater distance, there is more scattering of blue light. As a result, red yellow light reaches us directly and the sun appears red. Okay, so we start our new points, new effects of light. What you can see on your screen, there are two pictures. In first picture, what you see? Anyone tell me?
Hello, Miss.
Yes, beta.
Yes. There is a one pole.
Yes, there is one pole in first picture. And in second picture,
There is a tree shadow.
tree is there and shadow of tree also. Yes, very good, beta. See, in first picture, you can see shadow of pole also. And in second picture also, you can see shadow of tree. So, in this session, we are going to see shadow and its effects. So, do you know what is a shadow and how is shadow formed? We will see that. See, formation of shadow. When there is a source of light and if we put any object in path of source, that time the light cannot reach the behind that object. That time shadow is formed and the shadow are formed when light is stopped by object, the object causing obstruction in the path of light. For shadow formation, light is always needed. See, shadow can never form in total darkness. In dark, we cannot see shadow. So for shadow formation, light is always needed. Now, we will see types of shadow. See, If there is point source means a very small source of light. Then a sharp, well-defined image is formed on the screen. You can see here on the screen. On the screen, there is a well-defined image of shadow. And when the source of light is wide, two shadows can be seen. See here in second picture, you can see two shadows. The dark shadow is called umbra. It is in the center, and other is partial shadow. It is called penumbra. Observe this carefully. Huh? If there is point source, then one shadow is formed. It is umbra. And if source of light is wide, means big source of light is there, then two shadows are formed, that is umbra and penumbra. So from this, we learn two facts about shadow. That is, the formation of shadow shows that light rays travel in a line. How light rays travel? Light rays travel in a line. And a point source forms a shadow that is completely devoid of light. Devoid means there is lack of light. Okay. So now we will see how shadow obtained from a point source. For this activity, you need this setup. You can observe on your screen. There is a cardboard with a small hole, a ball, a screen is there. Okay. Now we will see how shadow obtained from a point source. For this, a cardboard with a small hole is kept in front of a burning candle such that the hole comes exactly in front of flame of the candle. We have to take a cardboard with small hole and a burning candle exactly keep in front of the hole. The hole to the cardboard is a point source O of light. So the hole becomes point source. A screen is kept at a distance of about 1 meter from the cardboard. A ball is suspended between screen and cardboard. After that, we have to keep the screen at about 1 meter distance. And in between that, suspend a ball. So what we'll see, rays OP and OQ from the point source just touch the ball and fall on the screen at points A and B respectively. You can see in the diagram. See here, ray OP, see this ray is OP and this is, sorry, OP and OQ. These rays are comes out from point source and they touch ball and fall on the screen at the point of A and B. Okay. However, since no light rays reach the screen between points A and B on the screen, that part remains unlit. You can see here, between point A and B, no light rays reach, and so that part is unlit. Thus, a shadow AB of the ball is formed on the screen. This is dark shadow or umbra. The light rays are not reaches in between A and B. So there is dark part and it is called umbra. Okay. So from this activity, what we conclude? We conclude that when rays of light from a point source get obstructed due to an opaque object, dark shadow or umbra of that object is formed. Opaque object means not transparent. Object will not be transparent. Okay. Now we see shadow obtained from an extended source. What is extended source? Extended source means a big source of light. We will see this activity also. If a cardboard having a small hole is not kept in front of the bulb, then the bulb acts as an extended source of light. Here this torch is extended source of light. Let's now see how shadow of opaque object is cast due to extended source of light. Due to the extended source, we see two parts in the shadow of the ball on screen. See here, on screen we can see two parts clearly. One part is faint and other one is dark. The dark part AD is called as umbra, while the faint part BC is called the penumbra. Here you can see, because of extended source, two shadows are formed. The dark shadow is umbra and the faint shadow is penumbra. Keeping the distance between the extended source and the ball constant, if the screen is moved further and further away from them, then the umbra and the penumbra in the shadow of the ball are seen to become bigger and bigger. See, if we move this screen away from light source and ball, then what will happen? The shadows becomes bigger and bigger. This shadow becomes bigger and bigger. Okay. Now we replace the big ball with one that is smaller in size than the light source and observe its shadow on the screen. Now here we took a small ball. It is, you can see here, it is smaller than light source. We see the umbra and penumbra of the ball on it. Now, without moving the light source and the ball, screen is moved further away from the ball. As the screen moves further, the umbra becomes smaller and smaller, and at a certain point, it disappears. If we took small object is smaller than light source, and that time, if we move the screen further, then what will happen? The umbra becomes smaller and smaller, and at a certain point it disappears. This umbra disappears at a certain point. Okay. Now from this activity, you will understood the answer of question, that is, why shadow of bird flying high in the sky is not cast on ground. We have one question, that is, shadow of bird flying high in the sky is not cast on ground. If bird flies high in the sky, then it does not cast shadow, but when the bird comes closer and closer to the ground, its shadows is cast on the ground. So now we know that a point source produces a single when defined shadow. From a point source, we get a well-defined shadow, while a bigger source of light produces shadows like umbra and penumbra. from bigger source, we get two shadows. That is, dark shadow is umbra and faint shadow is penumbra. You understood now what is umbra and what is penumbra. Okay. Now we will see next point, that is eclipses. See students, everyone know that the moon revolves around the earth and the earth along with the moon revolves around the sun. Their orbits of revolutions are different. We know that moon revolves around the earth and earth along with the moon revolves around the sun. But their orbits of revolution are different. And when the sun, the moon, and the earth come in a straight line during their revolution, it is called eclipses. Okay. When sun, moon, and earth come in a straight line, that time eclipses occur. There are two types of eclipses. First one is solar eclipse and second one is lunar eclipse. Now we will see what is solar eclipse. See, solar eclipse. During revolution, when the moon comes between the sun and the earth, the shadow of moon falls on the earth. This is known as solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse is seen only on a new moon day. When we can see solar eclipse, we can see solar eclipse only on a new moon day. Okay. And new moon day means start of new lunar cycle. And when solar eclipse occur? When the moon comes between sun and earth. You can see here. Moon comes in between sun and earth. Sun, moon, and earth are in straight line. Okay. There, now we can see partial or total solar eclipse. Now, what is partial solar eclipse? See, when the solar disk is not covered fully by the moon, that time we have a partial solar eclipse. When the disk of solar is not fully covered, that time we can see partial solar eclipse. Second one is total solar eclipse. Sometimes the solar disk is completely covered by the moon. This is the total solar eclipse. When the solar disk is completely covered, when distance is bigger, that time the solar disk is completely covered by the moon. That time we can see total solar eclipse. And now remember students, during a solar eclipse, ultraviolet rays which are harmful to us reach the earth. During solar eclipse, the ultraviolet rays which are harmful to us, they reach to earth directly. So a solar eclipse should never be watched with the naked eye. Don't watch solar eclipse with naked eye. A special type of goggle should be used for this purpose. Second type is lunar eclipse. During revolution, when the earth comes between the sun and the moon, the shadow of earth falls on the moon. This is known as lunar eclipse. In lunar eclipse, what happened? The earth comes in between sun and moon, and the shadow of earth falls on the moon. That time it is known as lunar eclipse. Okay. And in solar eclipse, what happened? the moon come in between the earth and sun. Okay. And a lunar eclipse is seen only on a full moon night. When we see lunar eclipse, only on a full moon night. Lunar eclipse, we can see two types of lunar eclipse. First one is total lunar eclipse. See, what is total lunar eclipse? If the whole moon comes in the shadow of the earth, it is a total lunar eclipse. See, this is whole moon. This is shadow of earth. This is dark shadow of earth. It is Amra. And this is moon. The full moon comes in the shadow of the earth. And at this time, we can see total lunar eclipse. And here we can see the total lunar eclipse looks like this, like a red ball. The moon looks like red in color at the time of total lunar eclipse. And it is also called blood moon. Total lunar eclipse looks like blood or dark red in color. So it is also called blood moon. Why that time moon appears red in color? Because see, the sunlight scattered due to particles present in the atmosphere, and we know that at that time blue light scattered more. You can see here blue light scattered more, and the red light directly reached to the earth. So the moon looks like red in color, and it is also called blood moon. Next point is partial lunar eclipse. When the shadow of the earth is cast only on a part of the moon, it is a partial lunar eclipse. You can see here, this is moon. Some part of moon is the umbra region and some part of moon is in the penumbra region. And if this happens, that time we can see partial lunar eclipse. And here you can see partial lunar eclipse. It is looks like this. Now, do you know why don't we have a solar or lunar eclipse every month? Eclipses does not occur on every new moon or full moonlight. Because why? See, what are the conditions for occurrence of eclipse? For solar eclipse, on new moon day, sun, moon and earth should be in one straight line. And for lunar eclipse, on full moonlight, sun, earth and moon should be in one straight line. But the moon's orbit is tilted at some angle. You can see here. Moon's orbit is like this. Moon revolves around earth like this in this orbit, and it is tilted. And on every new moon day or in full moonlight, it is not possible to come sun, moon and the earth in one straight line. So on every new moon day or full moon night, we cannot see eclipses. Understood now? Now, what is occultation? Next point is occultation. We will see what is occultation. Eclipses often occur in the solar system. As seen from the earth, when a planet or a star passes behind the moon, that state is called as occultation. See, there are so many eclipses occur in our solar system. But when we see from Earth, a planet or passes behind the moon, and that state is called occultation. It is a common phenomenon that occurs with the sun, the moon, and other stars. In 2016, the star called Rohini was hidden behind the moon. In 2016, this phenomenon happened. The star called Rohini was hidden behind the moon, and after some time, it appeared on the other side of the moon. This is occultation. Next point is zero shadow day. What is zero shadow day? The day on which sun reaches exactly overhead is called the zero shadow day. On zero shadow day, the sun reaches exactly overhead. That time we can experience zero shadow day. On that day, the noon shadow completely disappeared. This event can only be seen in the region between the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degree north, and Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23.5 degree south. This event occurs in summer on different days in different places in the region. In 2019, on 24th April, in Mumbai, zero shadow day observed. People of Mumbai experienced zero shadow day. Okay. And next, now students, from all these points, it is clear that an eclipse is a natural phenomenon. We saw all these points, that is how eclipses occur, what is the science behind that, and for you now it is clear now that eclipses is a natural phenomenon. But you must know many superstitions about eclipses, that you might be heard that ghosts eat the sun. Maybe you heard that. But this is superstitions, and it is wrong. It is necessary that everyone makes effort to rid the city of superstitious belief. You have to aware society that eclipses is natural phenomenon. Okay. And for this, on 13th September, anti-superstition day is celebrated. Okay. Now I think all clear points clear to you. Now I will take recap by asking you some questions. Okay. We'll do recap of this lesson by some questions. Listen now. Your first question. When solar eclipse occurs? Listen options. First option is when moon comes in between earth and sun. Option B, when earth comes in between moon and sun. Option C, when sun comes in between earth and moon. And option D, when sun rays does not reach earth.
When moon
Miss,
comes
Correct option.
in
hello,
between
miss. Option
earth and
number
sun.
A.
Option A.
When moon comes in between earth and sun.
Very good. Correct answer. When moon comes in between earth and sun, that time a solar eclipse occurs. Very good. Now second question. When lunar eclipse occur, your options are A option, when sun is between earth and moon. Option B, when earth is between sun and moon. Option C, when moon is between earth and sun. Option D, when Earth is between Sun and other celestial bodies. Which is correct option?
B. A.
Option
Sorry,
B, very
B.
good.
B. When Earth is
B option
between
is
Sun
correct.
and Moon.
Yes, very good. When Earth is between Sun and Moon, that time lunar eclipse occur. Next question. Solar eclipses occur during which moon phase? Your options are A, new moon, B, waning crescent, C, waxing crescent, and D, waning gibbous. So which is correct option? Solar eclipses occur during which moon phase? Do you know answer?
A. New Moon.
Yes, very good, excellent. Solar eclipse occurs only on a new
A.
moon day.
New Moon.
Yes, solar eclipses occur only on new moon day. Very good. Next question. What do you mean by blood moon? Options are A, it is total solar eclipse. B, it is partial lunar eclipse with red glow. C, it is total lunar eclipse with deep red glow. And D, none of the above. Correct answer?
Hello, Miss.
Yes, beta.
Option number
Yes.
A is correct.
No, Miss.
Total.
Option number
Option
3
number
is correct.
C is correct.
Yes, very good. C is correct option. What do you mean by blood moon? Blood moon means total solar eclipse with deep red glow. At the time of total lunar eclipse, we can see deep red glow on the moon. And so it is called blood moon. Okay. Now see, here are some sentences. You have to tell me that it is a true or false sentence. And from these sentences, we will do revision of this topic. Okay. So, first question is, the earth appears to be bluish due to the scattering of light. It is true or false? The earth appears to be bluish due to the scattering of light.
False.
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 Why false?
Because bluish is water, na?
But in last session, we have learned that na, blue color scattered more. And that's why
Okay.
we can see
True then.
blue sky, bluish earth. We can see that na. Last time we learned that
False.
because
But
the blue
means
light from the
bluish is
atmosphere
water, na?
scattered more. Hello.
But water is the bluish color is
See,
water, na?
most part of earth surrounded by water.
Yes.
So it is also blue in color. But the sky also appears bluish in the daytime because
Okay.
blue color scattered more in the surrounding. So it is true sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now second question. Okay, second question. Red light is scattered more than blue light.
False.
Yes, very good. False. This is false sentence. We have learned that blue light scattered more. Now next one. 21st September is celebrated as the World Anti-Superstition Day. Is it correct?
False.
Very good. False sentence.
September.
Because when we celebrated anti-superstition day on 13th September.
13th
Okay.
September. Okay.
Yes. So it is
13th or 30 miss. 13th or
13th.
30. 13th.
13th. 1,
Okay.
3, 13. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
fourth question. Tiny dust particles are seen floating on the beam of light.
True.
True or false?
True.
Very good. Yes, excellent. True sentence. Fifth question. The sun, the moon, and the earth all revolving in same orbits.
No, false.
No, false. Very good. The orbits of revolution are different.
Yes.
The sun, the moon, and the earth not revolving in same orbit. So it is false sentence. Now next one. Sixth question. The penumbra is dark.
No. Umbra is dark.
Very good.
False.
False.
Penumbra is dark. So this is false sentence. Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Seventh question. A solar eclipse can be watched with the naked eye.
False.
No. False.
No.
False.
It is
It
false
has special
sentence.
sunglasses.
Yes. In solar eclipse, ultraviolet rays,
Goggles.
which are harmful to us, reach to Earth directly. So, solar eclipse should never be watched with the naked eye.
Naked eye.
Yes. Next question. The sun is an example of an extended source of light.
Yes.
True.
Yes. True.
True.
True sentence. Very good. True sentence. Because sun is big source of light. So it is the good example of extended source of light. Very good. Now ninth question. A lunar eclipse takes place on a full moon day.
Correct.
True or
True.
false?
True.
True.
Think about it.
No.
A
False.
lunar false. Then what is true sentence?
A lunar
The lunar eclipse
eclipse
takes place on a
lunar
full moon night.
eclipse
Place on a full moon night.
full
Should be night.
full moon night.
Night. Yes.
Moon night.
So this sentence is false. A lunar
Yes.
eclipse takes
Yes,
place
miss.
on a full
On full moon night.
Yes. Now next. A point source is tiny in size.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. True.
So this sentence is true. A point source is tiny in size. Point source is very small in size. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
So
True.
you can take screenshot of this.
This is
Okay.
homework.
Yes, this is homework for you. You can take screenshot. And I hope you understood all these points. Okay. From these questions, we done
Yes,
revision also. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending this session. Do study, be at home and be safe.